Hey everyone, this is Gail from Ticket to Anywhere, and today I learned of a great new meme that is starting up. I learned about this from Pam over at Bookalicious, and I guess it's kind of the brainchild of her, Susan from Waste Paper Pros, and James of the Book Chic. From my understanding, James has been doing regular video vlogs on his blog where he reads a passage or two from a current book that he's reading, and he kind of shares it with all of his viewers. And Pam and Susan thought it would be a great idea to turn this into a meme. And so when I saw this, I thought, great, wonderful, because it's actually something that I had been thinking about starting. So I love the idea that there is a meme out there for it. And currently, it is a no-name meme. I believe there is a contest going on now on James's blog in order to name this meme where we vlog about reading book passages. And I guess the prize is to win a book from his bookshelf. Do not quote me on this. I'm trying to remember what Pam was saying earlier. But I will put the URL below this post, message, video, so that if you have an idea for this meme, you can go enter into the contest and maybe win a book. So if you've been paying any attention at all to my blog this week, it has been Change of Heart Week, where I've had I've had an interview with the author, done some character interviews, and it's all for this book here, Change of Heart by Shari Maurer, and I probably just said her name wrong, so if I did, I'm sorry. But it's this book where a 16-year-old, normal, average 16-year-old, she actually finds out that she needs a heart transplant. And so it's a very good book. I recommend it. The excerpt that I am going to read is from chapter 15, and this is where Emmy, that's the main character, she has been in the hospital for a couple of days, and they've been running tests to try and figure out what is wrong with her. So they say there are moments that forever divide your life between before and after. As my parents leaned against the radiator by the window holding hands, a bad sign. Dr. Levins explained what was in store for me. I think you're doing very well with the medications, Dr. Levins said to me, and I'm going to discharge you tomorrow. You're going home. Hooray! I'm free! But there was more. I want to keep you on the IV meds, she continued, so I'm sending you home with a pack you can wear around your waist to keep the medicines going, but letting you be a bit more mobile. How can I do that? I asked. I can't go to school with medicines around my waist. We're going to keep you out of school for the time being, Dr. Levin said. What do you mean? I said. I wasn't a huge school fan, but I couldn't believe they weren't going to let me go back. I was already getting behind in my classes, and I missed seeing my friends. Occasional texts and emails were no substitute for face-to-face contact. You can keep working with the tutor, my mother offered. We don't think it would be good for you to go through the stress of an entire school day right now. For how long? I asked. And what about soccer? Soccer? My mother exclaimed. My God, Emmy, how can you think about soccer when you can barely walk down the hallway? I walked down the hallway just fine, I replied. 5 times this morning, in fact. Honey, I think we're going to have to work on getting you better before we talk about soccer, Dad said. I looked at him skeptically. He knew how important soccer was. Well, what do I have to do? I asked. What will get me better? There was a silence in the room, and all of the adults just looked at me. What? I asked. I looked questioningly from my mom to my dad to Dr. Levins. Probably keep saying that wrong. Mom stood up, fidgeted, sat down, and then stood up again. Finally, Dr. Levins broke the silence. Emmy, you're gonna need a new heart. So that's my excerpt. That's my passage. If you want to know more, then go out and buy Change of Heart by Shari Maurer, or check back on my blog in a couple of days, where I will be having a contest for this book, which is signed by the author. But yes, so that was my excerpt from Change of Heart, and for the very first no-name meme, which hopefully soon will have a name. Until next week!